If the Lakers are actually looking to trade Anthony Davis, well, the trade deadline just got a lot more interesting. There's no question how talented of a player Anthony Davis is. No question at all. But the dude has played in 60 games once in the last 5 seasons. More than 60 games, I should say. If you don't know, there's 82 games in a basketball season. The season that he won, the season he played more than 60 games, guess what happened to the Lakers? They won a championship. Look, I don't want to harp on the injury stuff, but it is something that you got to consider if the Anthony Davis trade rumors are true. Bill Simmons reported on his podcast that, hey, the Lakers have made Anthony Davis available in trade. Now, that's kind of jarring, shocking, because of what comes out of the Lakers camp consistently, which is that, they're going to be feeding Anthony Davis. He's going to be their number one option. Anthony Davis is the future, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, we got to listen, okay? Because, look, AD is such a befuddling player. Because, yes, he has all this immense talent in the world, but at the same time, even this season, 8 games in, he is grabbing his back every time he gets a block or a rebound. That can't be good, okay? That just can't be good. And on top of that, the man is going to turn 30 soon, okay? He's on a max deal. It's just tough to me to see Anthony Davis aging out his NBA career well. It's tough for me to see. It really is tough for me to see. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow as a Lakers fan because you're hoping that if anything, he can get more healthy. But at the same time, you might be interested in looking for a trade if it's the right one. Now this is the important question here. What is the right trade? Okay, and who would be interested in Anthony Davis' services, given all the injury stuff, given the fact that he hasn't been able to stay healthy in 5+ seasons? Who would trade for him? This team would trade for him. Bring him home, apparently, okay? It's coming home. Is Anthony Davis. Okay, I'm not from Chicago, by the way. Never have even visited the Windy City. Hope to at some point in my life. That would be super, super dope. But I've never been there, not a Bulls fan, but I think it would make a lot of sense. Anthony Davis, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, that's a pretty nice core to build around. Even though, look, it might not be a championship contender, I do think it's better than having Vooch. And if you're wondering, what the hell are you talking about? How are the Bulls going to trade for Anthony Davis without giving up one of those two? Look, it's just a matter of fact. Anthony Davis' trade value is not where it was when the Lakers traded for him and they sent pretty much everything they had in their arsenal to get him. It's not. That's just not what it is. It's unfortunate because, they wanted him to be that player they propped up to be a superstar. And look, he has had moments, but at the same time, his trade value just isn't there. It's not what it was when he first got traded. So, Vucevic, Pat Williams, a nice, prospect the Lakers can build around. Maybe Ayo Dosunmu, maybe you throw in Ayo. A couple of picks, I'm not sure what picks the Bulls have available to them. And Anthony Davis ends up coming home. He is a Chicago kid at the end of the day. I think it can make sense. Look, other teams could definitely beat that offer. But it's a matter of, would they? Would the Nets be willing to trade, I don't know, Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons? Jesus. I mean, even thinking about that is just a headache for the Lakers and for the Nets. Why would they want to take on Anthony Davis? Because of the whole injury issues that he's already dealing with. Not to mention Ben Simmons is already dealing with injury issues. Also, the Lakers taking on Kyrie, I highly doubt that's something that happens now, especially with what we've seen. So, what other options are there out there? Let's look into it. The Bulls are obviously the main one. Who else could look for Anthony Davis? Could the Golden State Warriors be interested in the services of Anthony Davis? It would be an embarrassment of riches. They don't necessarily need a guy like Anthony Davis, but it could be interesting because they do have a bunch of young guys who don't necessarily, who are young, who need to develop, who need to have the time to develop, but the Warriors don't necessarily have the time if they want to win now. Their bench isn't good. It's been struggling so far this season, so it could make them be a candidate to trade for Anthony Davis. They also have the picks available to them to trade. I kind of like that. I'm kind of selling myself on that idea. It would be an embarrassment of riches. I don't deny that. But it's not a bad idea. You know, it would be funny if New Orleans traded for Anthony Davis. Because they have what it takes. They have the picks. They have the young guys. They have, you know, everything loaded up for them. Trading for Anthony Davis would be absolutely hilarious. Probably won't happen, though. There's always the Boston rumors. Remember the fact that Boston wanted to trade for Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis and his dad said, no, thank you. No, we are good. Maybe that reoccurs. Maybe that pops up. But again, like, what are the Celtics going to offer outside of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? And I highly doubt they offer either of those players. The Suns are interesting if the Ayton situation doesn't, turn around and there's still, some animosity in the locker room. Flipping Ayton for Davis could be interesting. I could see that happening. I actually can't see that happening, but it could be interesting. It could be interesting. Look, I think it all comes down to this. If Anthony Davis is available for trade, this opens up the Lakers' options a tiny bit more, but at the same time, it puts into question what the Lakers' motives are moving forward for their dynasty, because or just for their franchise in general. LeBron James is aging out. Anthony Davis was the only, quote-unquote centerpiece to think of after LeBron. So how are you going to move forward if you're looking to trade Anthony Davis? Which brings me to the conclusion that these rumors probably are not true. Sorry. Anyways, if they are true, Chicago. That's the place it should be. And another thing, just real quick. If Anthony Davis is on the trade block, every team is going to try to go for him. But every team should think, just for a second, if they should really go for him. Because, again, he's an injury-prone player. He's about to turn 30. He hasn't played more than 60 games in the last 5 seasons. He's only done it once. And that one time they won the championship. But it's a tough pill to swallow if you're looking to gut your team for Anthony Davis. You have to have something there. It's sort of like the Kevin Durant situation. You have to have something there that can compete with Anthony Davis right now. Can the Blazers do it? Can they send a bunch of young guys, some of their wings, a couple of picks, and trade for Anthony Davis? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know if the salaries would work. That might be tough. Can the Nuggets do it? Can Michael Porter Jr. be the guy that they send over for AD? I don't know, because both of those guys are injury prone, Which one do you prefer, the younger injury prone player or the older injury prone player? That's kind of the tough question here. But there's a number of teams that should consider their options. The Raptors, the Bulls, the Celtics, the Pelicans, the Nuggets, the Blazers, the Warriors, the Bulls. A lot of teams will have to assess their options if Anthony Davis is available for trade. But it's a big if, and it doesn't really make sense why the Lakers would want to do this, to be honest with you. So it's tough to imagine teams jumping at the chance to go for AD, because that question will always be in the back of their mind. Okay, can he stay healthy? Can we get 2 healthy seasons out of it? To be determined.